Hi, my name is Zoe, and welcome to my Isle Evrima FAQ. If you're a new or returning player, you likely have questions. This video is going to help you out with 10 of the most commonly asked things that I can see circulating around the Isle community. Just as a PSA, the Isle is still in early access, therefore any information within this video could be outdated at the time of watching. If you want to make sure you're keeping up to date on the latest changes for the game, be sure to check out my guide on Steam, as that is a lot quicker to keep updated. I put the link in the description for your convenience. Question 1. How can I play Evrima? Evrima is a beta branch build, and it's a whole other experience compared to Legacy, which is the version you install by default. So to access Evrima, you need to go to the Isle, Properties, Betas, Beta Participation, Evrima. You will then be able to play the latest version of the game. Question 2. What do you recommend playing as a complete beginner? I already know that you're probably really excited to start playing the biggest, baddest carnivores or the tankiest behemoth of a herbivore. But as a complete beginner, I definitely recommend you start small first, just so you can learn the basics of the game. For carnivores, I recommend the Troodon or the Herrerasaurus. For herbivores/omnivores, I recommend the Hypsy, the Dryo, and the Gallimimus. The reason being is that all of these playables are rather fast growing and make the process of learning the game systems a lot more bearable. Question 3. How can I use the compass? The compass is a huge integral part of gameplay, so it's quite important to learn how to use it. If you're holding Q to sniff, you will bring it up on the top of your screen. The high peak represents north and the inverted peak represents south. Question 4. What are these icons on my compass? On your compass, you will usually see a variety of icons. These 3 icons in particular are migration zones, sanctuaries, and patrol zones. Migration zones are areas where herbivores can go to find vegetation that is on their diet. Similarly, patrol zones act as mini migration zones and are more localized to you and your fellow group members. Sanctuaries are places for juveniles to visit. Herbivores can eat red mushrooms here to gain all 3 nutritional value types, and carnivores can also come here to hunt if they can find an opportunity. However, within sanctuaries, there is the threat of bees, and they will start attacking you if you get too big to coexist with them. Question 5. What are nutritional values? Nutritional values is the bread and butter of your gameplay. As you eat food that is listed on your diet, you'll be gaining these respective values, each hex representing 100%. Gaining these values will increase your stats in your character profile, most notably your growth rate. The bigger the percentage you have in each hex, the faster you will grow. But as a drawback, the faster you grow, the more food you're going to need to sustain these numbers. Question 6. What are mutations and what should I pick? Mutations are basically perks for your current dinosaur's life. From the long list, you can read and choose which mutations you like the sound of. There are definitely popular choices of mutation, varying from playable to playable, but the best advice I can give you is to pick mutations that work for how you like to play the game. It can get pretty personalized, so just do what you think would be helpful to you. Question 7. Where is everyone? How can I find my friends? Where is everyone else? On the current map, Gateway, there are a few places which can be considered hotspots where people will usually congregate. Some of the most popular ones are South Plains, Water Access, and the Highlands. As for playing with friends, there is an upcoming feature called Spawn Codes. If you are a fresh spawn, you can find a spawn code in your character profile in the Groups tab. You can then send this code to your friend and they will spawn nearby. Question 8. Why am I using so much stamina during combat? If you find that you're consuming too much stamina while in combat, you likely have automatic manual attacks enabled. Alt attacks are additional abilities that your creature may have, but they consume stamina to perform. To have better control over what you're doing in combat, you will want to make them manual. To do this, you go to Settings, Gameplay, Manual Alt Attack. Question 9. I'm dying all the time! What am I doing wrong? Be a few reasons as to why you're dying all the time, such as if you're trying to make friends, enjoying the amazing sound design of all the dinosaur calls, observing larger creatures a little too closely, or busy trying to find that sweet spot for picking up and eating that organ or plant you found. Whatever the reason, the likeliest mistake you're making is A, you're being too trusting of others, or B, you're making yourself a walking target. If the Isle had a slogan, it would be trust no one, because anyone at any point can definitely kill you with or without reason. If you want to survive, you need to learn when to run away and avoid unnecessary conflict. Keep yourself out of sight. Question 10. I see people playing a dinosaur that I can't see in the roster. If you see someone playing a dinosaur that you don't see currently available in the roster, it's likely because this playable is in public testing. If you want to also test the upcoming playables, they are located in the horde testing branch you can find in the same way that you find the Evrima branch. If you don't see horde testing or you can't get into any server or access it at all, public horde testing is likely closed. There it is! 10 questions answered to the best of my knowledge and ability. Now you should understand the Isle a bit better now than you did before. If you have any further questions or just need a longer and more detailed explanation, please do ask in the comments. I'd be more than happy to answer. If you have any other suggestions for anything else about the Isle you would like me to cover in a future video, please let me know. And as per usual, YouTube customaries, if you enjoyed this video, consider clicking the like and that sparkly subscribe button below. You'd very much make my day, just like how I hope I made yours.